Hey guys, so in this video we are going to introduce control flow statements. So we are going to see how we can use control flow statements to change the flow of execution of our program. So let's continue. And basically on the last video we were on step number 4. So we were basically checking if the sum result of both player numbers was an even or odd number. And now on step number 5, we are going to check what player basically wins this round. And let's start by adding 2 messages for each player that wins the round. So we can say that player wins the round, and we are going to add another message that's going to say computer wins the round. Now the problem here is that so far we have been seeing that, okay, all code executes in a sequence, one line after the other, but here we need to only run one of these lines. So you only, or the player wins the round, or the computer wins the round. So we need a way to run only one of these lines at a time. And basically what you can say here is that now that we have the result is even, we are going to use this variable to run one line or the other. So for this we need a control flow statement, which is an if statement, or the if then statement. And an if statement, basically what it does, how it works is that you need the keyword if, afterwards you open a parenthesis, and afterwards you open a curly brackets. And basically how this works is that inside the parentheses you need to give the if condition, in the if statement you need to give it a Boolean condition, and if the Boolean condition that you put inside the parentheses is true, then it runs what's inside the curly brackets. But what's inside the curly brackets only runs when the condition here is true. So for example, we can use, since we have this result is even variable, here we can use it as our Boolean condition. So if result is even, we are going to do something with it. So when the result is even, and we can see that who is playing with evens is a computer. So user is playing with odds and computer is playing with evens. So when the result is even, it means that the computer wins the round. And now we know that this only runs when the result is even. So right now we already know that the result is false. So let's try and run this, and you see that this line won't be printed to the console. So we only have this one. Let's just wait. Okay, so you can see user is odds, computer is evens, user chooses number 1, computer chooses number 2, player wins the round. So basically, since the result is even is false, this doesn't run, and the player wins the round. But now we have a problem with this, because let's assume that the player number is also 2. So player number is going to be 2, computer number is going to be 2. We are going to sum both numbers. We're going to have 4. 4 is an even number. So the computer wins the round and the player does not win the round. But now if we run our code, so here the result is going to be even, it's going to be true. So the result is even, it's going to have a true value. So this is going to run. But you see that, okay, computer chooses number 2, computer wins the round, and the player also wins the round. So what this means is that while we are only running this line when the condition is true, this line is running anyway. So this is going to run every time despite what we have here. So a way to only run this line when this is not true, so we are running what's inside here when this is true, and we can use the keyword else and open the curly brackets, which are not open. Wait. Yeah, okay, here. So we can use an else statement to run, to put inside what we want to run when this result is even is false. So, and this is an if else statement. So basically how this works is that if the condition is true, it's going to run what's inside these curly brackets, else, meaning that if the condition is not true, if the condition is false, it's going to run what's here. So if the result is even, the computer wins the round. If the result is false, the player wins the round. And now we can check again. I'm going to put number 2 again because number 1 we already know that runs this one. And now the result is okay, so yep, computer is evens, user choose number 2, computer choose number 2, computer wins the round because we have 2 by 2, 4 modules divided by 2 doesn't have a remainder is 0, result is even, and only the computer wins the round, and this line does not run anymore. And so this is it. Basically, this is how we use an if and else statement to choose which lines or which instructions we want to run in our code. So just make sure that when you use an if statement, you also have like the else option to run the opposite from the what you run inside here. And yeah, so this is it. And on the next video, we are going to see, so this is step number 5, the player assigned to the corresponding odds or evens wins the round. And on step number 6, we are going to repeat all this until one of the players wins 2 rounds. So yeah, I'm going to see you in the next video. Thanks.